All right, so let's talk about our impressions of the beta. Obviously, it's the beta. They did make, from week 1 to week 2, they did do an update where they buffed the Lancer and everything,
Yeah, there's a
stuff like
few
that.
other tweaks,
There's a few
stuff
other
like
tweaks,
that.
but like the main one was
Oh, the lantern buff was the big one.
yeah, which I'm gonna say right now I don't agree with. To me, the Lancer is supposed to be a suppression weapon. It should not be the main weapon that you're trying to get kills with. It's supposed to be a weapon where like us, if we're playing and we're holding, the zone and conquest, you, me, and JJ, or you and JJ, or me and JJ, or
Yeah,
me and
or it's
whatever.
like, they're
It's
coming in the ring. They're
yeah,
coming in the ring, you get a couple shots on them. That way they're a little bit softer for your
yeah.
shotgun
But it's
later.
supposed to be like two people are using it, and then like you could
Yeah,
switch, yeah, and then Nasher, or like I said, like me and JJ are lancering. Well, then you come in and boom, hit him with a Nasher. Like
yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a main weapon. It is like a secondary thing. It's supposed to be support. The Nasher is supposed to be the main thing, but I mean, it's fine in the end. Like I still didn't see like a lot of Lancer use. But also the thing is they also had like the stopping power, which I didn't like. I'm like, if you're gonna buff it, get rid of the stopping power. I should not be slowed down by the Lancer then. Because
yeah.
it's too strong at that
Man,
point.
which gears had the stopping power that
That
was, like, so good?
was I think that was Gears 2. I
Okay.
think it was Gears
Yeah.
2. Um I'm pretty sure it was Gears 2, and I remember getting really angry about it. Because unless it was Gears 3, which could make
Yeah, I
sense
don't
as
know. I'll have
well.
to look it.
Because I remember like Gears 3 was such a Lancer fest when it first came out. That was not fun. Not fun. Like not fun at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, so let's talk about a little bit of the PvP because obviously we did play the PvP. What did you think just of how it felt with the new mechanics and just the new movement and everything?
I mean, everything felt really good. I mean, you obviously have to get used to it because, like, now you're clicking the left stick, and I know you can revert the
Switch it.
controls to play, like, classic and stuff like that, but, like, I don't know. I kinda wanna, you know, play it the way the developers intended a
Well, I'm
little
gonna
bit,
tell
you
you right
know?
now, maybe you might have a better time. Like I did switch it to where A was for sprint because it's sprint. It's not roadie run now.
Yeah,
It's you kind of have to play it with like I see why they moved it to the stick because of the way the movement is, and now why like you have the jump.
Y
So
lets you get up.
yeah, like it's just everything syncs better when you have the stick as the sprint compared to.
Yeah,
Especially too because, like, I was kind of pressing A accidentally a lot and sliding into the cover or just sliding in general, and so that kinda messed me up a bit. It just works better when you have the stick to be able to sprint, like, you click that and sprint because then
yeah,
you could jump on stuff now, and obviously the Y does the mantling and everything, so
yeah. No, I mean, I think it played, like, and that's just getting used to I mean, like, you sent the video, and I saw something talking about that earlier, like, how far people are away will differentiate, like, where your shot, like, hits and stuff. Um, and I don't know if you saw it. People found, like, saw this glitch that, like, you can shoot someone, like, behind you.
that uh, that was in the original Gears.
I know, but, like, it's back.
Yeah. Like you could
So,
like it's because it's like I guess the game does do center aiming, but it's weird
yeah,
because if it does center aiming, then why is the barrel like make like in that video had sent you? Like I sent you
yeah,
guys to send in the Discord, like the barrel makes a difference on where the shot is coming from. Because it was obviously
yeah,
like the closer you are, the it's not aiming like in the center, it's now aiming to the left a little bit because
yeah,
it's dictated by where the barrel is. It was weird. So I don't
I
know.
know. So, getting used to that, like, I don't know. It's taking some, like, it took some getting used to, and it still obviously will once the full game releases, but then, like, if that becomes just, like, the main Gears game that we're playing, it's gonna be you'll get used to it, and you'll learn, you'll understand, um
Which I'm assuming it's gonna be the main game we're playing for years. Like, it's not. I don't see us going back
I
to
know.
5 or anything like that.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
So
It's what
oh
I it's what I expected from after seeing the story gameplay that they'd had. Um, it's what I expected. I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
not in a
Okay.
bad way. Like it looked exactly like, or it felt like it. It felt like what they showed us, and I'm like, okay,
I ended up like I don't remember what the name of the other map was. There was Market or something, right? I think it was called Market. The other one was called like Outpost, I think. Like the Market one I really liked a lot. I really liked that map. The other one I wasn't as much of a fan of because it was too like I don't know, it was too what's the word? Like the verticality was a little too much in that one. Like I like the other one because it was like obviously there was some points where it's higher than others, but it was all mainly like inside the store or like right on the outside area. Whereas like the outpost map was like, oh, it's either here, 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 and it's like up here, up there, down there. It was a little too much, I think. Which I understand why they're doing more verticality and everything because they do have the jumping and all that stuff. Um, I don't know. I mean, I end up liking it in the end more, but
yeah.
the market map was more like old school gear stuff to me. But yeah. All right, I'm now for Siege. What did you think of the Horde Siege mode?
I'm torn on it. Like I liked it, but like it does kind of like I don't know. There's not like the horde. There's not a whole lot of like building like oh you can build like your barbed wire traps, dummies, and stuff like that. That's kind of been like kind of the staple for a long time in Gears. So like I kind of miss that
They
element of it.
do have the decoys. They're like explosive. You have to. I don't. I think you have to be able to
I know,
use
but
them.
just
You have
like
to like upgrade something or whatever.
I know, but there's just like such a wide variety of like stuff that you could do, and like I don't know, you get the barbed wire, the electrical fences and stuff. Like I know you're moving around the map, but like when you get to like I don't
That
know,
spot where you have to defend.
yeah, like you can't like get the bar. So then it's like you really kind of get exposed on your flanks and stuff because you can't have like you know oh there's a automated turret that you can also install behind you. So then you can hear that shit going off when you got someone
Yeah,
come from behind and stuff like that.
the
So
actual like
I kind of miss.
the fortifications aspect.
I miss the fortification stuff, but I mean, it's still a fun game mode. It's just like I kind of wish the fortification stuff was more prevalent.
I think I understand why they got rid of the fortifications because, like, obviously this is supposed to be a little bit tougher and it's supposed to be more like a what do you
And
call
they
it?
hadn't thought of it yet. Obviously, this is a prequel. Like
But I think the main thing is that they
that
wanted this to
invented
be
barbed
more
wire.
like this isn't your normal horde. Like I think the only reason it's even
Yeah,
called Horde Siege is because like the mode was always called Horde before,
yeah,
and so they're just adding that. I think they wanted to like it. I think it's better to just call it Siege, and like that's what it is. Like
yeah. You have the siege game mode. So
yeah, like because the thing is too, I I I actually really like it. I mean I've been a fan of Horde before. Obviously, like I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, Horde sucks or whatever. I mean, I've seen people like that, but like I like Horde, but like I'm not one of those people who plays it a lot because like I'm like it's the same reason like I played Firefight in Halo for just like achievements or whatever, and the same reason I like I rarely played zombies in Call of Duty is like I'm not a fan of like sticking in one spot. Well, I guess later zombies didn't really do that or whatever.
yeah,
There was more moving around the map. But like I'm not a fan of like sticking in one spot and like okay, we got to kill a bunch of enemies and then move on to the next wave and all this stuff. I like wave based stuff is cool, but I don't care too much for it, which is why I was like a huge fan of Overrun and Gears Judgment. So I'm actually kind of a huge fan of Siege because I like the like I don't mind the like okay, hunker down to defend or whatever, but like especially like in the actual main siege mode where it's like you got like the three objectives before you got to get the fuck out and everything. That's why I like the Helldivers game so much because like do this, and then get the fuck out. Like that's really fun, I think. And you have your classes and everything, and leveling them up, and then like when I got the medic class, I put the grenade launcher as my secondary weapon, and my rifle was the hammerburst with a fucking bayonet on it. Like, yeah, it
And you're just
was.
poking locusts in the butt.
Yeah, exactly,
You
exactly.
saw that video. I mean, I know you saw that one video. It's
Yes,
just like
the
just
guy
going
just
for a
like going
boomer, just
forward
like
and just yeah. But yeah, I think I know this is gonna be like one of those things where people are like, "Oh shit!" Like true Gears fans or whatever. Like, I think Siege is way better than Horde. Like on its own, just like that. Now, that's something that I hope they support and they add more, like maybe another map, a couple more maps or whatever, more classes, do some more shit. I don't know, add some more like mission types and all that stuff. One of the things that I
yeah.
I really hope that they could do, that I would, or not hope, something that like a wish. If I get one of those like wishing willows, whatever it's called from Recession, uh, no, it would be bad. But like something I'm like, man, I would love for them to implement, and I think if they just put in the work, that it could happen. Whatever is like they bring back Overrun on the Siege map. So like, yeah, I think that would be really good because
Yeah.
it's a big enough map. Because I don't know, or maybe not Overrun exactly, but like some kind of like big team battle, like Gears of War thing where maybe like a 10v10, and you're going around and like you could have missions still where it's like, oh, defend this area, go over here. I don't know. They got a big map. Like, don't just use it for Siege. Use it for some PvP stuff, I think, too. I think it could be really, like, you could do so much more with that map. I don't know. I don't know if they even want to, obviously, or whatever, but yeah. So that's something that I hope happens, but we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Just speaking of maps, though, it is pretty disappointing to only have 6 multiplayer maps
I
at
mean,
launch.
you know what the thing is? Like, I've seen a lot of people like say that they're
There
disappointed,
should be 8 to 10.
but the
I would have
thing,
been happy with 8.
I don't know. I'm fine with it because I don't know, man. The thing is, people are like, "Oh, we need more maps. We need more maps." But like, what ends up happening? What ends up happening? You end up playing like the same 3 or 4 maps
I
every
know.
fucking
Well,
game
so, yeah,
because
if we get
everyone votes
I
for the
know,
same map.
I know. But if so, yeah, if we get 6 bangers, sure. That's better than, you know, 4 great and 6 shitty maps and out
Yeah.
of 10, you know.
Well,
If
the
we can
thing,
get 6 bangers, I agree with you. But like
because
you were saying, you're like, "I didn't really like this
because
one
like
map," so it's
put
like
like what in Gears of War 3 we I want to say we had more than 10, but name more than 5 maps from that game.
gridlock.
Well, no, Gridlock was DLC, I think.
I know. Yeah, well, I mean, check out you had Thrash Ball.
You had
Yeah,
what,
man, I wish
Sandstorm, I think it was called, or some shit like that.
yeah, I remember that
That one was
map.
a good map.
Man,
Thrash Ball was awesome.
Thrash Ball, man, I wish that would have come back in another game as a DLC map. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Gears 3 multiplayer in
That's the
probably a
thing too.
fucking decade.
Once they started like adding DLC maps, a lot of those maps that were originally like in the game, you stopped seeing. Like that one map from Gears 2 that was also in Gears 4, right? Um, where it has like the train tracks in the middle, and it's on,
Pyro Station?
no, it's not Tower Station. Where like there's the stairs on each side, and then they have the like um in Gears 4 they have the fucking drill. Why am I forgetting? The drop shot is there instead of like whatever was there originally in Gears of War 2. And then on the other side, the sniper. And then there's the flame grenades on either side with the overlooking spot. Fuck, I am forgetting the name of that fucking map. Because we played like that's all anyone would ever choose, I swear. And we played that map way too many fucking times in Gears 4. And I'm blanking on the fucking name. But I mean, I like the map. Don't get me wrong. I like the map, but like we played it way too fucking much because it is just it's gonna bother me if I don't find the name of that fucking map.
Look at the Gears 3 launch maps.
Yeah, so overall, just what was your impressions of like the changes, and do you think that what they have right now, once the full release, like it's gonna deliver? Or
I think
how much do you think
Gridlock
it's gonna
was
deliver?
a launch. Gridlock was a launch Gears 3.
It was a launch map?
Yeah.
Oh
Dry Dock.
yeah.
I can't believe I forgot Dry Dock because we'd always call it Dry Dick.
Blood Drive was the map I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I got you now.
How
Yeah.
many times did we play Blood Drive?
A lot. Mercy. Mercy was like trenches. Sandbar is the one you're thinking of.
Sandbar.
Thrashball over.
Not Sandstorm. Sandstorm is the fucking
Yeah,
song.
there's only 10 at launch.
So it's 10 maps. But like we played like maybe 3 or 4 in Gears 3. Nobody fucking chose, like, because you could vote. Like everyone just
Yeah,
chooses the same maps over and
Blood
over.
Drive was a DLC in that one. Same with Bullet March was a DLC. I forgot that they brought Bullet March back.
I forgot that too. They
And
would bring
Escalation.
Escalation's such a good map. I love Escalation. I don't care.
Uh, I don't know. I can't remember
I
the
know you
weapons
hate
spawn.
Escalation though.
Like, guys, if you get spawned on the bottom, you get all the good shit. They're here's 3 frags and 2 snipers. And it's like, and you don't have to try to get any of them.
What does the top
And then you
get? A hammer burst.
yeah, and then you might be able, if you can get lucky, you can get the other grenades. But like, yeah, the downstairs people, it's like, yeah, here's 3 frags, so you get 6 frag grenades and 2 snipers, and it's TDM, and it's like, okay, I guess
I guess I'm
fuck
fucked.
me.
Like I
Yeah,
guess I'll die
like,
then.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna get my head shot off. Like, so yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't remember in Gears 3 what they did with the spawns, but anyways, um, yes, no, I thoroughly enjoyed the beta. Like, it was what I expected to be. Like, from what I saw, like, it's kind of fun to get like, a little bit of, fresh blood into the Gears of War universe. Um, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I still think I would have preferred, Gear 6 rather than E-Day, but maybe E-Day will be, the story will be something really cool and something that I didn't expect, but I don't know.
I would like for them to come out and say this was just a straight reboot of the series and that's it. They're starting over, but I don't know if maybe they plan on doing a Gears 6, but I have no clue. We'll see what
No,
happens.
I mean, when they first announced this, they said they still plan to do future installments on it,
Yeah.
so
But
I don't want to reboot. I don't need a reboot. Like, you can remaster, like, and like change a few things of like Gears 2 all the way. Like, if you want to, but we don't need a reboot of the series. Like, I mean, if you want to, like, because this happens, between Gears E Day and Gears 1, there's 14 years. So if you want to tell more stories, I guess in
yeah.
between that, go for it. But we don't need Gears 1,
Yeah.
rebooted. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
but for me, I'm super excited for the full release. I think aside from that Lancer buff,
And they
I
could
think
change that again by the
yeah,
time the fucking like launch comes out. That's the
I
thing.
think the game is obviously there's some tuning that needs to be done, like fixed with like there's some hit registration stuff that's a little wonky, um, and all that. But one of the things that I was like I'm really loving is that I actually do like the new movement and like they added a jump button. I've actually enjoyed it because it it changes certain things like that video I sent you guys, like in market. If you jump on top of that one spot to then jump onto the counter, it completely, instead of mantling over, it saves you like a split second to be able to go pick up that acid shotgun, the emulsion shotgun or whatever. I forgot what it's called right now. Like that that kind of stuff. And I also found like if I jump at a certain point like onto something, a lot of times people are like oh shit, they're expecting you to like take cover and go around,
and go.
but if you jump up, they're not expecting that. So now they're like, oh, they're taking time to move to like look at you, and you're already fixed on them, and you boom, take them out. Like, so I mean, that's it's adding a new
Yeah,
layer to like the
it has more complexities to, like, just the Nasher,
yeah,
like, short range battle, like, yeah, you're around a square cube now or whatever, and, like, there's way more options other than just going left and right, like, I know way more, but, like, you can go up and then down on them, or you can go up and then drop down to the side and then still, like,
yeah,
kinda deke 'em out. Like, if you go up, drop down to the side, boom, like, there's way more options other than just, like,
yeah.
going around, so
The one thing that I will say though that, and this isn't like a negative or positive thing. This is just something that I personally feel like, oh, like this is what this game feels like. That I obviously told it to you. I said it to like my brother and all this stuff. Like this game feels like if somebody wanted to make a Gears of War ripoff, and they're like, okay, we got to make it feel like Gears. It has the weight to it, the heftiness, like the crunch, like when you go up against cover, you can feel it and everything. But there's something different about it that it just feels a little like it wasn't Gears, but it is Gears. It's not a bad thing or whatever, and it's not like a good thing. It's just a thing or
well,
whatever.
it's because 'cause you've played 6 games now that are all
The
pretty
same.
similar, like, Judgment was, like, the Judgment's, like, the closest to this because Judgment had pretty high verticality in it
Yeah. Oh, there's a
on
lot
the
of
map,
verticality in that.
but, like, obviously, you didn't have, like, the jump button and, like, for the running, but the way, like and, like, I was telling you, like, you throw grenades fast in E-Day now too, like,
Yeah.
especially going from, like, Gears of War, like, Reloaded, like, throwing grenades in that, even blind fire, it's pretty slow. With this one, you're just like, you're
Yeah.
just chucking them out, like, it's fast.
Hmm.
Um, so it's, like, more fast paced and yeah, it definitely is, like, when they said they built it from the ground up and, like,
Yeah.
they weren't lying.
Yeah, they did say that they have not used reused any assets. They just
No
completely redid
lies
everything,
detected.
and it looks like it. Yeah, that's what they did. So
Yeah, because like, I mean, like, you talk about just like, oh, it's like the Lancer prototype. It sounds different, like the chainsaw. It sounds like, I feel like they try to do it like it sounds like an earlier version. It doesn't sound as clean as like in Gears 1, where it's like it sounds like,
yeah,
like a nice chainsaw. This one it kind of sounds like you're revving up like a rusty old chainsaw. Like it's not quite they haven't quite perfected making it, which
yeah.
makes sense because the prototype. So
But yeah, that's it's our Gears E-Day beta impressions and everything. So, because that's what we've been playing the past 2 weeks. Like